The opinions expressed on the X and Y show are the sole opinions of the host. Please note, there is no intentional desire to offend any member of the listening audience. With that said, if you still feel offended, tough shit.
It's time for the X and Y show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings. Welcome to another segment of the X and Y show, and I'm your host, Roosevelt. Glad to be back. It's been a while. It's been like 3 weeks. For those of you who know, before it was a hurricane coming. And we dodged a bullet. Actually, a couple of bullets. So then I got sick. Got basically the flu. And it kicked my ass. I ain't gonna lie. It almost it almost got me real good, but I caught it just in time. And so that's what happened. The hurricane, then I got sick, and I was like, well, my regular scheduled to do the show is actually next week. So I said, I got to get a show out. Because a lot of people, I can't, keep my fans waiting. I know you guys are really waiting and listening to see what I say. But I just wanted to get a show out, and I'm going to do a show now, and then I'll do another show next week, regular scheduling. So just to catch up a little bit. I'm still a little bit under the weather. Still got that cough. For those of you who know that the cough is usually the last thing to go. The cough is always hang around. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm feeling a lot better than I was last week. So I said, let me go ahead and get the show out. So without further ado, to get into, earlier this week I was out for lunch, and I was, not lunch really, like dinner, but I just went out and I was at the bar. I wasn't drinking though, because, I'm still sick, and, but I was just getting something to eat and then go home, so, but I was talking to this chick, and, really she was talking to me. I was just wanting to get something to eat and get the fuck out of there, but, she started talking to me. We actually had a nice conversation. She looked good. I said, she's intelligent and, showed me some good things and communicated well and all of that. And she fucked up. I'm going to tell you how she fucked up. We talking about maybe 30 minutes, between... a few lemonades and food coming and stuff like that. And she asked me, I can't believe this bitch. She asked me, what do I do? And, that might not be too strange. Okay, she asked me, what do I do? And I really still think it's none of her damn business that early. But, that would have taken me too far off. But she asked me, what do I do and how much money do I make? Let me repeat that if you get in. She asked me, what do I do and how much money, how much do I, her exact words, what do you do for a living and how much do you make in a year? And I just looked at her, and she looked at me like, I need an answer. So that's when I realized she was serious. So, normally I don't get angry, and that kind of stuff, but I admit she made me kind of angry. I admit it. So I told her, no, that's none of your business. And she said, excuse me? I said, so I repeated it for her. I'm a nice guy. I'm cordial, respectful. I said, it's none of your goddamn business. She said, wow, you're rude. I said, you're rude. You ask me what I do for a living, how much money I make. That's none of your goddamn business. It's like some women out there going to the Steve Harvey school of bullshit when you're dating. To ask men what do they do, how much money you make, and all this bullshit, and they actually think it's okay. And then when they don't get an answer, then it's rude. What's wrong with you? I don't cater to that Steve Harvey bullshit. It's none of your goddamn business. What do I do for a living? First of all, we're not even on a date. We just having a conversation. It's none of your damn business what I do. None of your damn business how much money I make. So, I don't know. Some of you women better stop listening to Steve Harvey with that bullshit. And don't get me wrong. I ain't got no hate against Steve Harvey. I think he's a genius. Absolute genius. Because he's actually mastered the art of talking to women through books. And talking to them so where they actually buy that bullshit. So I have nothing against Steve Harvey. Nothing against... But I'm saying in the reality, that don't work on guys with ladies. Stop with that shit. Don't be asking a guy how much money he makes on the first date, but let alone if you're just having a conversation at a bar. No. So I told her, it's none of your goddamn business. She stopped talking to me. I don't give a fuck. I could eat my chicken wings in peace anyway. So. Anyway, I'm going to read a few letters. First letter is from Rose. Why do you only like women with large breasts? Well, Rose, that's not true. That's not true. I don't only like women with large breasts. I do like big titties. It is my preference. I'm not going to lie to you. If I see a woman with big titties and I see a woman with small titties, I'm going to the women with big titties. That's just me. It's my preference. I have a right. Just like women, they prefer guys with big dicks than small dicks. And then women that say the size don't matter, they full of shit. Because that's a damn lie. Size does matter. Size does matter. Any women that say it doesn't, they full of shit. So it's just like what women do when they want guys with big dicks instead of guys with small dicks. Same shit. But it's not that they hate guys with small dicks. They just prefer guys with big dicks. That's all. It's the same thing. I don't have anything against women with small titties. And, I can actually see myself dating a woman with small titties. Would I preferably go towards that woman with small? No. Absolutely not. It would have to be some shit where I meet a woman with small titties and I just dig her. We vibe well. And, things just going well. And I just, I just say, well, I'd rather big titties, but, I like her. So I'm going to forget that, that trait. She has so many other traits, so I'm going to just, forget about the big titties. But if I see, first off, from afar, somebody with big titties, yeah, I'm going to gravitate toward them. It's just a preference. It's not that I hate women with small titties. It's just a preference. That's all. So, Rose, I take it that you probably don't have titties. So, I don't hate you. I don't. I love you. If you ever meet me, I will hug you, just like I would a woman with big titties. But I would just prefer to hug the woman with big titties first. Let me stop. Oh, boy. All right, next letter. Carol, you should really do a show / episode on abuse. I will do that, Carol. I've been meaning to do that. I would like to talk to a specialist though that deals with that to get their perspective, and maybe someone who's actually been abused. It's hard to find people that would actually talk about it though. So, but I am working on it. I really would like to do a show on that as well. So keep in tune, Carol. I'm definitely going to do a show on abuse. Last letter from Brad. What's wrong with taking a woman out for a nice dinner and spending a couple of $100 or so? Everybody doesn't want chicken wings. Well, Brad, you're right. That's your perspective. And I understand what you're saying. But what's wrong with that is, since you asked, because your punk ass takes these women out for, spending all this kind of money on a first date, $200 and $300 for a fucking dinner. And when they go out on a date with me, they expect the same shit. And that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, Brad. So what's wrong with it is, because your punk ass do it, it makes it bad for the other guys who are not that damn silly to take a woman out and spend all that kind of money on the first date. Like I said before, why should I take someone out on a date if we're not married and, special anniversary and stuff, and spend a couple $100? What makes that woman so special that I should do that? And if you do that 2 or 3 times a month, I don't know how you're getting by. You spend $600 or $700, $800 on dates. That shit could be like a rent or more, or a fucking car note or some shit. So that's ridiculous. And once you start off on that level, it's hard to go back. You take a woman out to Ruth's Chris and spend $300 on a dinner, you can't take her to a Chinese buffet next week. It ain't gonna work. She gonna say, "What the fuck is this?" And I don't. That's what me. I don't try to go out of my zone. I'm being real. This is what she getting. I'm not gonna be trying to act like I'm somebody else and taking her to all these fancy restaurants when I know I can't keep that shit up. So I'm gonna take her to what I feel comfortable with, and if she's not happy with that, then we probably not compatible anyway. Like I said before, Brad, is guys, because of you fucking it up for everybody. It's no reason to take a woman out for an expensive date if you're not dating for a while. What if she done? What makes her so special? And if she really dig you, it don't matter where you take her anyway. She's digging you. So it don't matter if you spend a couple of $100 or $20. She's digging you. It don't matter. So, why go out and spend all this money? Brad, you sound like one of these motherfuckers that are part of that Steve Harvey bullshit again. Here we go again. With these guys, Steve talking about taking you out to a nice dinner. And I guarantee you when Steve, before he hit it big, he wasn't doing that bullshit. But now he's selling books and now he's got all this stuff that he's saying that guys should do, and that's just not real. So Brad, to answer your question, the problem is it's not real. What has she done to deserve that? Why should I have to go out and spend all this money on a first date? Why should she pay half on a first date? We're not fucking. We're not doing anything but just going out and hanging. So, if I am going to pay for the whole date, then why should I pay all this, high money for it? It makes no damn sense. So, Brad, you keep going your punk ass and paying $200 and $300 for a date and see how far that gets you. But listen to me, you'll save a lot of money, and you'll find that it doesn't matter where you take a woman. If she really digging you, you still get what you want. And that's what's important. It's not where you go out for dinner. It's not how much money you spend. It's about the quality of time that you spend with that woman. And if she's digging you, it doesn't matter. So, anyway, hope I answered your question, Brad. So, let's get on to tonight's episode without further ado. I got to hurry up because I got to take some more medicine. I'm feeling kind of... tonight's episode. Is the way to a man's heart really through his stomach? Is the way to a man's heart really through his stomach? And I would say, absolutely. I don't know why it's so hard for women to realize this. Well, yes, I do. Yes, I do. But it seems like women don't know and they don't want to know. Or they don't care to know. It's a lot of reasons, but it's so simple. And I hear a lot of women talk, like, why I can't find a man, and, why I can't keep a man, and, all that kind of stuff, and they just can't figure it out. And I'm listening to them, listening to the way they talk to their friends and stuff, and a lot of it is because a lot of women just don't know how to take care of a man. A lot of women think just because they look good, right? Or just because they have good pussy, that should be enough for a relationship or, a marriage if it gets that far. But that's not enough, ladies. There's a lot of women out there that look good. There's a lot of women out there with good pussy, and as good as pussy you think that you have, there's always somebody out there with better pussy. Remember that. So, that's not enough. And a lot of women just don't know how to take care of their man. Part of taking care of their man is cooking a good meal. Ladies, listen to me. I'm helping you out. I'm helping you out here. Listen. Part of taking care of your man is cooking them a good meal. I have a cousin. I'm not going to mention her name because I don't put her on blast like that. But she knows she is if she hear this. She has a husband. Greedy ass husband. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, he is greedy, but... But, I was like, I'm looking at this guy who she married, and, he's lucky because he got a wife that cooks for him, and she's a good cook. Great cook, really. She can cook anything, seafood, soul food. She can cook anything, and she's always experimenting with shit. So he eats well. And that shit is important. And I'm thinking to him, when she's doing all of this and stuff, I'm thinking, I have to get with a woman like that. I have to get with an old school woman like that. They're hard to find. And they're hard to find because a lot of mothers are not like the old school mother I had, who actually was taught by her mother how to cook, how to bake, and how to take care of a man. These new generation mothers are not teaching their daughters that shit. So when the daughters are little girls, they're not learning how to cook. They're not learning how to take care of their husband. All they're learning how to is the financial shit. You know, if he has a good job, or how to spot a person with money. You know, they're learning the wrong things. You know, and that's why a lot of marriages aren't working, because people are getting married for the wrong things. You know, it's all about money. It's all about material shit. You know, look at what he's driving. Look at what kind of shoes he got on. Look at his fucking watch. All this bullshit. Instead of looking at the quality of the man, they're looking at all these you know, these bullshit trinkets. And that's a lot of the problem. A lot of women don't know how to take care of a man because they're not learning from their old school mothers anymore. They're not learning how to. So a lot of them, when they become women, they don't know how to do shit. Don't know how to cook. And what's really, you know, angers me, they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to do shit. And they're not trying. They're not trying to learn. They don't know, and they don't give a fuck. No, I don't cook. And they're proud of that shit. And they wonder why when a woman, let me tell you something. Like I said before, and I said many times, women know what a man is missing. So when a woman come along and see that a man is not even, but somehow, you know, the women can find out what what a man is missing. They can find out if he ain't getting no pussy, if he ain't getting his dick sucked right, or at all, or he's not getting a good cooked meal. Women can find that shit out. And ladies, you make it easy. And women, when they realize that, you know, this man is not getting, damn, she don't even cook for her man. And, you know, that's all I have to do. That's all I got, just cook him a good meal. Ladies, trust me, that shit goes beyond. I mean, it is so important. You don't realize. And what else pisses me off, let me tell you what really irks me. Women that know how to cook but refuse to cook. That's just lazy. And that's just not giving a fuck. You know, women that know, it's one thing to not know how to do shit, not know how to cook. But it's another thing when you know how to cook and refuse to cook for your husband or your man. That's just lazy. That's just lazy. And it's pathetic. And a lot of women are walking around today, either they can't cook or they can cook and refuse to cook. Now, when you see a woman that can cook and loves to cook, 9 times out of 10, she's married. Did you hear what I say? When you see a woman that cook and loves to cook for their man, she married. Believe that. She married. Or she engaged. She's about to be married. Those are not on the market. Those are the good ones. Those are the prime stock. They're not on the market anymore. All you have on the market is penny stocks and junk bonds. You know, women that know how to cook and refuse to cook, or women that just don't know how to cook and ain't trying to learn how to cook, don't give a fuck. Women should learn how to take care of their man. Cooking is a part of that. You don't realize, ladies, you don't realize when a man come home from a day's work, and I'm not saying that women should be in the kitchen. I'm not saying that shit. A lot of these, you're misogynistic. You're misogynistic. I'm not saying a woman should be in the cook all the time slaving. No. All I'm saying is when a man come home, you know, from a hard day work, you know, and, you know, it feels good when she say, you know, come in, you take off your shoes, and dinner will be ready, baby, when you just wash your hands. Come on in here. You know, just wash your hands. I got dinner ready for you. You go in there, wash your hands, you have a seat, and she puts you down and give you a plate. She says, well, how much you want, baby? How much rice you want? You put on the rice, and how many pieces of chicken you want? How many chicken wings you want? She put on the chicken wings, and, how much broccoli you want, and she put a little cheese on the broccoli, and bring you the plate, and a salad too on the side, and a little red wine. Nothing special. It's not a French cuisine or no shit like that. But it's just a meal. It's just a meal. That's all it is. But you don't know how far that goes and how good that makes a man feel. Ladies, listen to me. Don't listen to Steve. You don't know how that makes a man feel. I mean, just talking about that shit just gives me butterflies in my stomach. Being taken care of. Being pampered. Being shown that, hey, I appreciate you. I love you. I prepared this meal for you. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. It makes a man feels like a man. Makes a man feels good. Makes a man feels great. It's very important, ladies. For those of you who think you just look good and all you got some good pussy and all of that's good enough, it's not good enough. You need to do other things to show how much you love your man. And if you really appreciated your man, you really loved your man, and you really wanted to take care of him, why wouldn't you want to cook a simple meal? And like I said, I'm not saying every night, slaving, because I know both of you, some of you are working in a in a two-income household. So a lot of you are working as well. So I'm not saying every night. And really, to be honest with you, I don't mind cooking for my lady. I don't mind cooking a meal for my lady. I can cook, I don't mind showing her, I appreciate you. I love you. You take your shoes off, wash your hands, baby. Come on here, have a seat. I got you tonight. I know you had a hard day, but I'm going to make it better for you right now. I don't have no problem doing that because that's my lady. So why do women have a problem with doing that? And a lot of you know what I'm talking about. You have friends. You have friends that don't cook and don't know how to cook. And they not trying to learn how to cook. And a lot of times it's not their fault. It's because of the way they growed up. Like I said, it's these new age mothers. They don't teach their daughters shit. They don't teach their daughters a goddamn thing. So when these girls grow up to be women, they don't know how to do shit. They don't know how to take care of a man. So they don't have a man. It's simple. It's simple. They don't know how to take care of a man. They don't know how to do shit for a man. So they don't have a man. And thus the cycle starts all in all. So these women, just to say somebody do nut in them and they get it. So these women that don't know how to cook, so they're not going to teach their daughters how to cook. So the cycle just continues and continues and continues until one of those girls say, I'm going to learn how to cook. And stop that bullshit cycle. Ladies, stop it. If you don't know how to cook, learn. And I'm not saying you got to be like one of those French chefs or, that you see on TV and all that kind of shit. No, you don't have to do that, but just do something. Learn how to boil a chicken. Learn how to boil a hot dog or mashed potatoes. 5 minutes. They got all kind of stuff out there that you can do. They got, even if you microwave, they got microwave lasagna. It's pretty good. It's not that you have to be in the kitchen from scratch and cooking from scratch and all that. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just that you putting forth an effort to have a meal prepared for your man. That's very important. You don't realize the power of a meal. That's what I'm really trying to get through to you right now. You don't realize the power of a meal. There's a lot of power in a meal, ladies. Makes a man feel great, makes a man feel like a king, makes a man feel appreciated, makes a man feel loved, and it makes things better when you fucking. You see, just from a meal, it stems out the other shit, and it's better when you're fucking. So that's how important a meal is. So ladies, the answer to the question tonight, is the way to a man's heart really through his stomach? It is. A lot of your friends will tell you, I was dating her, but she was okay, but when she started cooking, that really, that took her up a notch. That made her stock a little bit more important to me. She started cooking for me, and she can cook, and it just got better, Next thing you know, we were married. Yes, cooking a meal is the best way, through a man's stomach, it's the best way. Yes. So to answer the question, is the way to a man's heart really through his stomach? Yeah, it is. It's very important. Very important, ladies. So if you don't know how to cook, learn how to cook. Learn how to do something. Do a microwave lasagna or something. Do something. If you know how to cook, but you don't desire to cook, or your lazy ass refuse to cook, stop that shit. Cook for your man. Show him how much you really appreciate him. Show how much you love him. Show him that you can take care of him. It makes him feel very good. Trust me. It's very important. A simple meal can go a long way. Anyway, that concludes tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check in with the X and Y Show on whatever venue that you may enjoy. I'm on Stitcher. I'm on TuneIn. I'm on Google Play. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Blueberry.com. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Castbox. And my main hub is on Spreaker, which I broadcast from. You can also find me on social media. I'm on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find all of that on my website, which is www.thexyshow.com. Again, that's www.thexyshow.com. You can find all my platforms, all of my social media there. You can also find the XY store, where I have shirts and stuff available to you, coffee mugs. I'm going to make some few changes for Halloween that's coming up as well. So keep a lookout for that. You can also leave me a note on my contact form. Show me and tell me how much you're loving the show. Any show recommendations, any constructive criticism that you might have, or just saying hello. You can do that on the contact form as well on the website. And with that, I guess that's it. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode, and always remember that you cannot have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.